Happy Saturday. I hope you all are doing well. Getting our fruits and veggies for this week's juice. And I just got back in the car and the lady was like, "Oh my God, I love your outfit. It's so cute, so cute." I was like, "Thank you." That was really sweet. I love women who give other women compliments. That's the best to me. That another woman is complimenting you on whether you look good, your hair is cute, your nails are pretty, your outfit is pretty, you just look good today, girl. Just all of that. Like a random woman to woman, I think that is so cool, and we need to normalize when we see other women saying that they look good. That's my speech. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. My channel focuses on lifestyle, living well, mothering, wifing, caretaking, shopping, cleaning, cooking. If that is your jam, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And I'm just out here, and I was supposed to go to the UPS store. And guess what? I left the package at home. I left the package at home, and I left my sunglasses at home. So I guess I'll be taking it. I don't even know if they're open tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not, maybe Monday. But I do need to get that package back because it is the beast. The extra vessel, the bigger vessel, I need to send it back because I got the wrong color. I have the Mini Plus blenders in carbon black, and I made a mistake and ordered the bigger vessel but in the color mist, and I want it to be the black one. So I really do need to get that back. That's all I really had to do today. I did have an appointment for my wax, but I did cancel it because I didn't feel like going today. So I'll do that in the middle of the week. And what else? I do need to stop off and get some orange juice and some sausage for brunch tomorrow. I didn't see any turmeric in the store just now. I did want some turmeric this week, but I'm not stopping to no other store other than where I'm about to go now. And that's basically it. That is my Saturday. When I leave from there, I am headed back into the house. So I was talking to another one of my IG sisters, and she just started her YouTube channel as well. And she had, there was this thing on Instagram that every Friday it would be like a follow Friday. And so that was like really popular, like during like the pandemic time. And I was telling her how dope it is that, it was a fashion creator, and it was, like a smaller content creator. And I was telling her that I loved the idea of Follow Friday. And I started being on Instagram in the home decor community. And I told her that the one thing that got me disliking that particular, not the community, but just sometimes they would post the same creators, the same home decor accounts. And it was just like, okay, can we get some new ones that are less popular, that are just as dope or doper? Everybody, and it was like everybody always posted the same accounts over and over and over again. And it's like, can we give that a break? And can we find some other ones that are like really like dope? And so that just like, it gave me like y'all, you know what? It's giving, never mind. But you get what I'm saying. So she posted the content creator that was a fashion creator. I went and I followed her or whatever. And it's not about popularity. It's not about popularity. And I know sometimes we have to get out of our own way. Sometimes when we are thinking about doing something because we are afraid that we're not going to get as many likes, as many follows. And I think that was the concentration, or that's the concentration of a lot of people, myself included. You know what I mean? I'm not exempt from that, but you have to get out of your own way and do your own thing. And once you are okay with that, then you don't care what no one else does or says, whether they like it or not, because if you don't like what I'm putting out, keep it moving. You know what I mean? But once you are okay with what you are doing, you like it, your people will find you. Your people will find you. And someone starts out from the beginning and then you follow them for so long and then you see the growth. Like you see the growth, you see the quality, you see just the evolution of the channel, or you see the evolution of the Instagram. You see the evolution of whatever it is that they are sharing. That to me makes me the most excited about this journey, about everything. And as long as you are happy with what you're doing, you like putting out content, whether you get 5 likes, 5 views, 2 subscribers a month, then that is okay, as long as you love doing what you do. And as long as you study the craft. Like, you can't think that, okay, this is enough. Like, no, you have to like dream and think bigger. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. My weekend was good. It is dark. It is early, but it ain't that early. It's a little bit before 7:30, and we do have therapy today. And it is going to be a long day. About people who've had brain injuries and how sometimes they get their days mixed up, like between day and night. And we're going on about 2 weeks now that Sierra has been not sleeping at night, but then sleeping during the day, right? And so there are different phases in the brain injury space anyway, and different phases for different people, just depending on how old you are, the severity of the injury, how well you are healing, and things of that nature. So we do have therapy today. Right now, she is still woke. Hopefully, she will fall asleep so that she can at least get 5 hours of sleep. But it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At least 4 hours of sleep. Hopefully by 8 o'clock she'll knock out. I do know that they do say that you have to there are certain measures that you can take in order for your process not to be this way, like taking the phone, turning off the TV, not eating certain foods and things like that. And another thing too is Sierra was never a junk food or sweet eater. She would eat sweets, but it would be certain sweets. Like, she don't like cake with frosting. It has to be like whipped cream, things like that. And now it's like those are some things that she crave a lot, like a lot of sweets, right? And so we just try to always make sure that we have something like fruits or something in the house. The sun is coming out. It's peeking through the window over there. So we just try to make sure that we have those things so that she won't overindulge in things that are not good. She was never like a soda drinker. If she did drink soda, it would be a Sprite or a ginger ale. She was always a big water drinker, big ice water drinker in her big pink Stanley cup. And she would drop like chlorophyll in it, and she would take like ashwagandha. She would like do all of these things. She was like really in tune with a lot of like health food things. So we try to always have fruits and things like that. Like, for instance, before Dad left for work this morning, she said, "Dad, can you bring me something sweet?" And it was like, "I'll bring you a banana." So she had a banana. You know what I mean? So we try to do things like that. Keep a lot of fruits. We just recently started juicing. Things like that. You want something sweet? Okay, let's have a juice, or let's have a smoothie and things like that. So that's what we try to do to try to not have her have so many snacks. You know what I mean? And plus, I don't need no snacks around here. Okay? I don't need no snacks around here. So we just are keeping the faith that things will turn around, staying prayed up, and doing everything that is right that we can do on our end as possible. The other thing that I started to do was to start with some daily scriptures to start my day, so that my day can get started on the right track. You know what I mean? Because it can become very tiresome, or it can become overwhelming, especially when something is your new normal and you have to get used to something. Now, I won't say that most of my days are not bad days. Like, we do not have bad days, thank God. Thank you, Jesus, that we don't have bad days. I'm not even gonna call them bad days. I'm going to say challenging. Now, do we have challenging days? Yes. Do we have bad days? Absolutely not. That bad days is not even in my vocabulary. No such thing as a bad day, right? And so I say these prayers to start my day so that my day can go well. Nothing will not, make me upset or get my panties in a bunch. None of that. So I got them from, I want to say, someone had posted them on Instagram, how they start their day. And it was about 7 of them from 7 different books. And so I wrote them down because they were good. Let's focus on getting your day started properly before you touch anything. Before you touch anything else, get your day started by at least, first of all, when your feet hit the floor or when your eyes open, thank you, God, for today. Thank you, God, for today. I am grateful for, start your day out that way. Because there's so many times that we can get up and we don't say nothing. We just get up and we just go on about our day and start rushing and just all of that. If you're a woman with children, you know how it can be. You know how it can be. So I've decided that I need to, even though I'm not waking up and taking a shower and getting dressed to go to a job, I still have a job to do, and that is here in this home, and I don't take that for granted. Let me tell y'all this. I remember when everything first happened, and we're coming up on a year. February the 4th. So overwhelming, and you have these doctors, they're telling you these things that are horrible, what the person isn't going to be able to do again. Just a whole laundry list of things that some of it is like, you don't know whether you're coming or going. You don't know whether you are coming or going. And when you have doctors telling you that there's a possibility of this, there's a possibility of that, and even though you have faith, there's a God, all about it, and you have that faith in your back pocket, it's like sometimes you have to reel yourself back and say, girl, where is your faith? Because just because the doctor, is man and science, and where is your faith? You cannot lose your faith because of what someone is saying to you. I had to reel myself back in so many times and say, girl, now all things are possible. All things are possible. So I don't know why you so caught up in what he's saying. So caught up in what he is saying. You take that news and you say, that's your job. I thank you. Thank you for the diagnosis. Thank you for the update. But there's a God, honey. And I know that if I don't know one thing like I know now, see, because we've always known if you are a believer, but once something comes about and test your faith, it's so many times where you have to reel yourself back in. And I could be honest and say that I had to reel myself back in. I did so many times, so many days, because it just seemed impossible. It seemed impossible. And but God. That's all I say is but God. So I'm back and showered, moisturized, and all of that good stuff. Just have to put on my clothes when it is time to go. Sierra just fell asleep. Just fell asleep about 10 minutes ago. It's 9:55 and I gave her breakfast just now, so she fell asleep after she ate. But we're just going to be hopeful, okay? We're going to be hopeful about this here situation. It's going to get better. It is going to get better. I'm about to make my coffee. So I came back to sit in the car. I don't really like waiting or sitting in a waiting area until Sierra is done with her therapy session. She's in her second therapy session, which is occupational therapy. After occupational is physical therapy. Trying to decide what I'm going to pick up for dinner because I'm not cooking. I didn't juice yesterday, so I need to do that today. So I'm willing to juice today and pick up something to eat. Normally, or here lately, I would put something on while I'm home. And then by the time I leave from here, everything will be ready, at least by 6:30, 7 o'clock, depending on traffic, depending on what it is that I'm trying to make. But today I didn't do that. So she did mention Chick-fil-A. So maybe Chick-fil-A will be for dinner tonight. Not sure about that, but I know I'm not cooking. However, I do know that I don't want no Chick-fil-A. Not tonight, though. Tomorrow. I actually don't know what I'm going to have, to be honest with you. Me and my sis was talking the other day, and we was talking about how the internet has become a source of reference, good or bad, for some people. And specifically we was talking about like our children, like our teenage daughters and sons, and how, if you don't have the open door policy with your children, how they can fall victim to what people say on the internet and believe it to be true. Like, take it and run with it. And my thought is like, listen, not everything on the internet is good. Not all teachings are good. You take what you need from it and then apply it, if you can, if that applies to you. And if it doesn't, then you just let that go. There is a saying for that, and I can't even think of it right now. But, you take what you can and then you just leave the rest. But we was talking and I was like, I'm so glad that Sierra was not that type of child that, looked at the internet and wanted to be somebody else, wanted someone else's life, wanted to do what someone else was doing. Like, she stayed in her own lane. She knew what her ministry was. And we always had the open door policy about, what do I think about this? What do I think about that? This is what happened in school today. Tell me why. It was always something every time either we was driving to school or picking her up. And I love those conversations. And I'm glad that she's able to talk to me about any and everything and not leave the internet as her source of knowledge. You know what I mean? Because everybody who has or think they have wisdom and think that they can mouth off and tell people exactly what to do when this happens, that doesn't apply to everybody. Maybe that applied to you, but it doesn't apply to everybody. And I just think that this whole thing with how you're trying to teach young girls. And also, I get it, because not everybody is fortunate enough to have that auntie or to have that mother, or even to have someone with a motherly figure to even try to help them figure out where they should be going, where they shouldn't be going, who they should be talking to. So I get that part too. And that's the part where I say it's good that we do have those type of people or those type of vessels on the internet to teach our youngins about things that they can't get from somewhere else. You know what I mean? And that's why I say take what you can and then throw the rest in the trash. Here is the thing. For me, I feel like when it comes to someone giving advice, and especially unsolicited advice that you're not even asking for, some of it, sometimes you have to take with a grain of salt. I am not that type of person to tell someone what to do. But if someone is beating you, like, I feel like there's a way to be there for someone without telling them, well, you should do this, or being very bossy. Because we all know that people are going to do exactly what it is that they want to do. You have to, it's just like you saying, or it's just like they're saying, when they get tired, they'll stop. That's when it'll happen. And so that's why I've never been the type of friend to tell somebody what to do and when to do. If you ask me what would I do, then that's different. But telling you, girl, you need to, then that's not for me to do. That's for you to do your work, and that's for you to do on your own terms. I am still going to be here for you. You can talk to me about anything whenever you want to talk about it. No judgment. I ain't forcing you. See, because the thing about it is that we all go through things, right? In public and in private. And I can give my daughter advice based upon what I've been through, but I can't tell her what she should be doing because it's her life. I gave her life, but she's living her own life. And people may disagree with me. You can agree to disagree, but I'll never be that friend or that mother that tell you need to be doing, not especially when you become an adult. See, because I can give you the advice, but it's up to you whether or not you want to take pieces of it, work it out yourself, or do whatever it is that you want to do with it, right? Because later on, you will say, my mom was talking to me and she was telling me about life's experiences, or even my friend, she was telling me and all of this and that. I'm a firm believer of, like, you can talk to people, you can be friends with people, you can give people advice, and you can talk until you turn blue in the face, okay? It could be a blue moon outside. You can, if that person or them people ain't ready to stop doing what they want to do, they ain't. I don't care how many times, I don't care how many posts you make about it, how many times you tell them, how many times you send a message. It doesn't matter. People are going to do whatever they want to do. The most freeing thing about that, control the controllables. Control the controllables. Everything else is obsolete. Because we are living in a social world. And you got all these people trying to tell you what to do. Are there things that my mother said to me that I feel like, girl, look, girl, look, girl, you should have listened? Hell yeah. Yeah. Yep, I do. But guess what? It goes right back to what I just said. You got to take your own experience and live through it and deal with it. That's it. And that is how I teach my children. Example of something that I said to someone while I was at work, and then it made me think later on, not even still while I worked at that job. And this goes back to giving unsolicited advice. Well, this young lady, she was younger than me. I think I had her by at least 10 years. She was like in her early 30s. She had a son, and she would come to work, right? But she would tell her business, and she would tell how he got high, and when he get high and upset, he start tearing up stuff, punching holes in walls, and being abusive towards her. And she ended up getting pregnant again. And she was saying how, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I'm pregnant again. And she didn't know whether or not she was going back and forth on whether she should keep the baby. She ended up keeping the baby. And my big mouth hauled off and was like, you what? So you come here every day, talk about how he crazy and you don't want no baby, but you gonna keep this baby. I was like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that. Hold it. She was mad at me. Every day after that, that young lady didn't really want to talk to me. And I could tell that her disposition had changed towards me after that. And the one thing, as I have gotten older and realized certain things and certain people's behaviors, that girl wasn't coming to work telling her business because she just was a chatty patty. She wanted support from people. She wasn't coming here to tell, it wasn't like she blurted it out to everybody. It was just me and another coworker. She wanted support. She didn't want to be told what to do. And I said, Tamika, just because at the age of 26, you knew that you didn't want any more kids. You knew and I'm going to tell y'all, if I did not know anything else about what I wanted in my life, baby, I'm going to say it again. If didn't know anything else about what I wanted in my life at that young age of 25, I knew that I did not want any more children. I knew that for a fact. After Sierra, baby, doctor, you gonna tie these tubes. Oh, you don't want an IUD. You don't want to try the pills. IUD 5 years, 10 years. It's plastic now. It's not copper. You want to take I was so adamant. That is the one thing that I knew about me, baby, that I was not gonna have all of these different baby fathers running around and all of these kids. No shade to nobody. But I just knew that wasn't gonna be me. It wasn't. And so just because I knew that about me doesn't make it right for me to tell another woman, you shouldn't be having no kid anyway because you already 30. That's not my business. That ain't if you 40 and you want to get pregnant, baby, that's on you. I knew that when I was in my 40s, I wanted my kids to be able to fend for themselves. I knew that about me, but not everybody thinks the way that I do. Not everybody think the way that I do. It wasn't my business to tell her what to do. So I'm saying all of that to say, right, just because you wouldn't do something or what you would do about a certain thing or situation does not apply to everybody else. It don't apply to everybody else. And I was like, dang. Like, maybe she trusted me enough to say what she was really feeling. And then I took that opportunity to say, girl, you stupid. What you want? You 32. What you want to do with a baby? 32 is still young. That wasn't my thing, to have no babies after 30. That was my thing, not nobody else's. She has to be the one to get tired of the BS. I don't live with her. I don't go through that. Hell, I felt bad, but ain't nothing I could do about it if she's not willing to walk away right now. So we got to stop telling people what to do. That's not your thing. Just because you went through something or you dealt with something doesn't mean that what you should have done is what that person should do. That's real. That was a lesson learned for me. That was a true lesson learned for me, that sometimes keep your mouth closed, because you don't know why someone is telling you something about sharing a portion of their life that's really personal to a stranger. We just co-workers. We don't chill outside of here. I come to work, we kiki, we drink coffee. That's it. That is it. So that was a lesson learned for me about giving unsolicited advice, when ain't nobody asks me. And still, if you ask me for my opinion, I'm going to keep it hot with you, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'll tell you what I would do. So I'm walking in the hallway to go back to get Sierra. So hopefully she did what she needed to do today, because the therapist didn't call me like, you can come and get her now, because she's not doing anything. But she pulled through. She pushed through today, so that's good. Hey. Yeah. You say. And we are back home. Today turned out perfect. No issues whatsoever. So hopefully this will reset the sleep pattern. Fingers crossed. Let's see. I'm not cooking. I am about to cut up this fruit so that I can do the juice. I don't feel like fooling around with those pomegranates today. I gotta be in the mood for that, because you gotta take it and pop, 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 like pop the seeds out. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. I am going to do the pineapple, ginger, finish up those oranges. I did buy some little mandarins or tangerines, little cuties. I did get some of those. So I'm going to do the pineapple, ginger, orange, which is our staple. I love that. And green, because I could do the apples and the celery and the cucumber. So I'm doing pineapple, orange, ginger, and I'm doing the green juice, and I'm about to get that done. Let me tell y'all, one thing I know about my channel is you guys are always going to get a meal. Like, now that I'm home, right, homebound, I don't cook every day. Now, sometimes out of 7 days, sometimes I will cook 5 out of them 7, but not every day. But I am trying to get in the habit of making more of my meals instead of ordering, because that's bad, okay? Because when we were getting acclimated with how we going to be at home, you know what I mean, with our new normal. We just didn't know. So we was ordering, door dashing and stuff and picking up food a lot because it was just, so now that the rhythm is starting to flow, and plus I like my own food. Now sometimes I do like other stuff outside, but child, ain't nothing like your own meals. There's nothing like your own cooking. Happy Tuesday, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am about to make me some lunch, and I'm finally about to make my crab salad, which I have been wanting to make for over a week now since I got the bread, the multi-grain seeded bread from Trader Joe's. So I'm about to do that. I'm currently also prepping for dinner tonight. I have a bunch of veggies that I don't want to go bad, so I am going to blend them in my beast. I'm going to blend those up. Not really making a green seasoning, but something like it. I'm just blending up everything I have to get it out the fridge so I can make more room for new veggies next week, because I buy fruits and veggies on a weekly basis because we do like to juice, and I do like fresh veggies when I am cooking. So tonight I'm going to be making baked chicken thighs. So I'm going to do that, having broccoli, and I haven't decided on the starch yet. I do have some sweet potatoes here, so I want to get those out the fridge as well. So I'll probably mix those up with like some red onion and roast those. And the juice from last night was amazing. I made a carrot, pineapple, orange, and ginger juice, and it was just chef's kiss. And then I added a little bit of coconut water with it. It was amazing. I like to add coconut water with my juice for extra hydration and extra electrolytes. So I do that as well. And it was just really, really good. I didn't finish juicing last night because I still have pineapple and ginger left. So I have to do that. So I'm going to do that. And what else? I didn't do the pomegranate and beets because, if I'm being honest, those pomegranates are too small for my liking for the beet juice. So I think I'm going to do the watermelon and pomegranate. But I don't think I'm gonna do that today. I'm just gonna concentrate on getting the pineapple and the ginger out of the fridge because I don't want the pineapple to go bad. So I'm about to get my lunch together because I didn't have breakfast, and finish prepping, and I'll check back in with you guys in a moment. This is the ultimate fancy girl lunch. Top tier. I love this. It's so good. It's so, so good. And with this green juice, I feel like I'm so healthy right now. Like, I am so healthy right now. Like, girl, it's so good. Let me finish having my lunch. Y'all, if you like crab meat, lump crab, you gotta try this salad. It's amazing. I love it.
Want you to fall in deeper. 보여줘 너의 미소. We're doing a rendezvous, baby, right now. I keep dreaming it's not enough. I pick you up every time we do. We play cause we know this feeling's new. I've feeling up, down, girl, since I met you. Oh no. 숨은 over